Direct News TV. June 18, 2023. Ukraine takes Zaporizhia village, amid fierce front-line battles. Ukrainian troops have recaptured Piaty, a village in the west of the Zaporizhia region, amid fierce front-line fighting, Kiev's second gain on that front since it launched its counteroffensive earlier this month. Russian-installed official Vladimir Rogov said Ukraine had taken operational control of the settlement, and that Russian troops were trying to counterattack with shelling. The enemy's wave-like offensives yielded results, despite enormous losses, Rogov said on the Telegram messaging app. There was no immediate comment from Ukraine on the situation, and Al Jazeera could not independently confirm the battlefield reports. Ukraine said on June 12 it had taken control of Lobkov, a village next to Piaty. Zaporizhia is the location of some of the most intense fighting since the counteroffensive began, according to an assessment on Sunday by British intelligence. Battles were also raging around the city of Bakhmut and in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk, it said. Ukraine is on the offensive in these areas and made small advances, it said. Russian forces are conducting relatively effective defensive operations in Ukraine's south. Serhiy Brachuk, spokesperson from the regional government in southwestern Odessa province, said Ukrainian forces destroyed a very significant ammunition depot near the Russian-occupied port city of Henichesk in nearby Kherson province. Our armed forces dealt a good blow in the morning, Brachuk said in a video message posted to his Telegram channel. Western analysts and military officials have cautioned that Ukraine's counteroffensive to dislodge Russian forces from occupied areas along the 1,000 kilometers (620-mile) front line could last a long time. Russia's defense ministry made no mention of Piaty in its daily update, in which it said its forces had repelled Ukrainian attacks in 3 sections of the front line. A separate statement from Russia's Vostok group of forces said Ukraine had failed to take the settlement. The Ukrainian military said on Sunday that over the previous 24 hours, Russia carried out 43 airstrikes, 4 missile attacks, and 51 rocket launches. According to its statement, Russia continues to concentrate its efforts on offensive operations in Ukraine's industrial east, focusing attacks around Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Marinka, and Lyman in Donetsk province, with 26 combat clashes taking place. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky on Sunday praised Ukrainian forces for their very effective repelling of enemy assaults near Avdiivka. He also described the southern front as the most brutal and expressed gratitude to troops fighting there. Meanwhile, Wagner Group boss Yevgeny Prigozhin said that 32,000 men who joined up to fight with his mercenary group from jail had returned home after the end of their contracts in Ukraine. Prigozhin toured Russian prisons to recruit fighters, promising pardons if they survived a half-year tour of frontline duty with Wagner. In an interview last month, Prigozhin said he recruited 50,000 convicts, about 10,000 of whom were killed in Bakhmut. Russian President Vladimir Putin, who rarely comments on the course of the war, made 2 unusually detailed interventions last week, in which he derided the Ukrainian push and said Kiev's forces had no chance despite being newly equipped with Western tanks. His comments appeared intended to reassure Russians at a crucial juncture, nearly 16 months into the conflict, as Ukraine seeks to break months of virtual stalemate and take back the 18% of its territory that remains under Russian control. Meanwhile, the United Nations said on Sunday that Russia has so far declined our request to access the areas under its temporary military control, after the destruction of the Nova Kakhovka Dam on June 6 in the southern region of Kherson unleashed 18 cubic kilometers, 4.3 cubic miles, of water that submerged villages and farmland. The UN will continue to engage to seek the necessary access. We urge the Russian authorities to act in accordance with their obligations under international humanitarian law, said Denise Brown, the UN humanitarian coordinator for Ukraine, in a statement. Aid cannot be denied to people who need it. Zelensky accused Russia of deliberately blowing up the dam, calling it a war crime and brutal ecocide. Moscow has denied causing the blast. Its soldiers were in control of the dam at the time. My name is Kingsley. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to be notified whenever we post. You won't regret it.